that Lindsay Lohan and Jessica Simpson was not using no Proactive.
Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're diving into a viral moment that's resurfaced from the vaults of celebrity history. It involves none other than the legendary Sean P. Diddy Combs, who is back in the spotlight after an old video of his blunt comments about Lindsay Lohan and Jessica Simpson reappeared online. It stirred up quite the debate, so let's break down what happened, what was said, and why this video is still making an impact all these years later. Now, if you know anything about Diddy, you know that he's always been a larger-than-life personality, whether it's his music, his business ventures, or even his social presence. But in this particular throwback clip, he takes it to a whole new level with some real talk that has people scratching their heads and asking, what exactly did he mean by that? Let's get straight to the video itself.
So Diddy ball Proactive. Now, y'all into skincare products.
This clip, which dates back to the early 2000s, captures Diddy casually dropping some pretty unexpected commentary on two of the biggest pop culture icons of that era, Lindsay Lohan and Jessica Simpson. In the footage, Diddy is seen speaking candidly, almost as if he's sharing a secret, and he mentions their names in a context that, well, let's just say, it wasn't entirely flattering. To give you some context, back then, Lindsay and Jessica were both dominating the headlines. Lindsay Lohan had transitioned from being a beloved child star in movies like The Parent Trap and Mean Girls to a young adult struggling with personal challenges that were all too public. Meanwhile, Jessica Simpson was navigating the pressures of pop stardom and dealing with constant scrutiny over her body image and her marriage to then-husband Nick Lachey. Both women were, unfortunately, often portrayed as symbols of Hollywood's harsh realities, showcased in the tabloids and late-night talk shows as cautionary tales rather than respected professionals. It's in this context that Diddy's comments came out, which is why it's resonating differently now that it's been brought back into the public eye. So what did Diddy actually say? In the video, he hints at knowing some so-called secrets about both Lindsay and Jessica, and then proceeds to take jabs at them in a way that many feel was uncalled for. While some fans believe he was just being funny and playing around, others see it as a reflection of how the entertainment industry treated women back then and in some ways still does today. One particular quote from Diddy that's causing a lot of buzz is when he says something along the lines of, "People like to keep things private, but I know what's really going on," followed by a smirk that left viewers wondering what he was hinting at. Some have speculated that he was referring to personal struggles, while others think it's about their careers being mishandled by the media and industry executives.
Now y'all think it's official. Well, I got a secret. I was up on Proactive for 7 years. That's why I got the silky smooth cocoa butter skin. So Lindsay, Jessica.
But why is this clip getting so much attention now? Well, for starters, it's a stark reminder of how society has evolved in terms of discussing mental health and personal issues in the public sphere. Back then, such comments would have been shrugged off or even celebrated as celebrity gossip. Today, however, we're much more sensitive to how these narratives affect the people involved. Lindsay Lohan herself has opened up in several interviews about how difficult it was to have every mistake she made plastered all over the news. Similarly, Jessica Simpson has talked candidly about the pressure she faced to fit into certain molds and how it impacted her self-esteem. This brings us to the heart of the matter. The resurfaced clip of Diddy's remarks isn't just about a single comment made years ago. It's about what it represents, a reminder of the toxic environment that many female celebrities had to endure, and in some ways still do. Now, reactions to this video have been mixed. Some argue that Diddy's comments were simply a reflection of the humor and culture of that time, and shouldn't be judged too harshly by today's standards. Others, however, feel that it's important to revisit these moments so that we can acknowledge the harm they caused and hopefully learn from them. We've seen this happen a lot lately, with old videos and tweets being re-examined through a more critical lens. Whether it's late-night hosts, comedians, or even musicians like Diddy, there's a growing call for accountability and reflection on how these words shaped public perception and impacted the lives of those involved. So, where does this leave us now? Well, it's ultimately up to each of us to decide how we interpret these resurfaced clips. Do we dismiss them as relics of the past, or do we use them as opportunities to talk about how we can do better moving forward? To recap, a resurfaced video of P. Diddy has sparked debates over his comments about Lindsay Lohan and Jessica Simpson, with some seeing it as light-hearted banter, while others feel it highlights deeper issues regarding how women were treated in the media back then. What are your thoughts on all this? Do you think Diddy was out of line, or was it just a harmless joke that's being blown out of proportion? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more content just like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.